Earlier today, there have been a lot of news being put out about the escalation of war between Israel and Iran, and the market didn't like it. We saw a major sell-off today. In today's video, we're going to discuss what's going to happen moving forward with the market, how this news about war will affect the indices, including some of your favorite stocks. I'm going to share with you guys some stocks to keep on your watch list for tomorrow because they're about to make a big move. And I'm also going to be doing an updates on some of the stocks that I've mentioned in yesterday's video. Alright, y'all, let's dive into the charts right off the bat. Yesterday, I warned you guys about that gap at the bottom on QQQ to get filled. The prediction that I put out was that it was going to get filled by Tuesday. And so far, it's on schedule. It's definitely on schedule, selling off aggressively. I think it's going to get to 425 tomorrow, especially if they continue to put out bearish news and things are continuing to get worse. All right. Now, intraday, there was this structure right here. There was a bearish triangle on the chart for QQQ. It's been cooking. All right. Every time you have a sell-off, we open up higher, which is kind of annoying price action, right? Especially when you know things are about to sell off, but it's just taking the sweet time before really committing. Like this ETF really committed when this thing broke down right here below 437, below a key level, all right, and closed at the lows of 430. They got $5 more to go, and could it go even lower? I think it could. I definitely think it could. Again, I'm gonna provide some updates as the days goes on to get you ready. As always, let's look at the Dow Jones. Let's look at how that compares to so far the Dow Jones look like this. Okay, it's slowly trickling down. It's actually a lot ahead compared to the other indices. Let's see, this is down by negative 5.6%. QQQ is only down by 4%. Yeah, so it got more ways to go. QQQ got to catch up. The Russell, on the other hand, this one is down from the highs of negative 7.8%. All right, so the Russell is taking a worse beating compared to everybody else. Now, there was an ascending triangle on here, and a lot of bulls have been trapped up here. And these individuals are contributing to this sell-off. The more it goes lower, the more they panic, and the more it goes down. All right, the next level of support for the Russell is probably going to be at 187 bucks. Right here. At this line. How fast could it get there? It really depends on how fast you keep putting out this news. All right, and I think it's going to get worse before it gets better, and unfortunately. That's just my honest thoughts on what's going on with everything. Now, let's look at the VIX. And yesterday, I warned y'all about the potential that we could revisit 19. We got to 19 again today when QQQ broke down below 437 bucks. Could it go higher? The answer to that is most likely. As you see on the chart, I already have things drawn on there. The next level that I think is going to reach is 22 bucks. I think VIX is going to get there really soon. If not tomorrow, then probably by the end of the week or by Monday morning. Next Monday morning, I mean. All right, so that's my thoughts on the VIX. Now, let's look at some stocks that y'all should keep in your watch list for a major move, okay? The first one being Uber. All right, and Uber, again, this is kind of like an update because I did share Uber with you guys a while ago. And I told y'all to be patient and to watch for the stock to make its decision, right? Because when the stock consolidates sideways like that, everybody gets crushed. But on decision day, where we see QQQ committing down below that level of support, all right, and then we see This one also slowly falling towards support and even breaking below it. This is the first day that it actually broke below 74 and closed below $74. All right, this is a good sign. If it's meant to be and it's supposed to be as clean as it looks, we shouldn't see the price get back in here. This alert should not ring, and even if it does, the price should immediately fade back down within like 3 to 5 minutes to continue the move down. All right, if it lingers up here for too long, then the play is actually dead. All right, I don't think it's going to linger up there. I think it's gonna behave well, and it's actually gonna fall down to $69 at first. Again, these gaps on the daily chart, they do act like magnets. All right, they act like magnets. And if you just compare this structure with the way QQQ is looking, again, QQQ already is down here compared to Uber. QQQ is right there and has $5 more to go before that gap is filled, right? So tomorrow could be a massive day for Uber if it tries to catch up to that move from QQQ, right? That's usually how a lot of these stocks tend to correlate with one another. When one is lagging a little bit, again, the next day can be ferocious. So we might see a big drop on Uber, and that gap can actually get taken care of on Tuesday. So keep it in your watch list. The next one that we're going to look at in today's video, we're going to look at Bank of America. Because Bank of America, I shared this one with y'all last week. Congratulations if you made money on this one. It was very simple. I explained to you guys the concepts behind this right here, the combination of these three candles, the falling three method. All right, typically what happens with that is a sell-off. And we sold off a little bit and then we popped up. The reason why this thing popped up is because I believe Goldman Sachs crushed earnings and pushed the banks a little bit higher. But tomorrow, Bank of America is reporting. And if Bank of America, their reaction ain't good, the banks are going to tank again. All right, so keep your eyes on the banks for a continuation lower. The bears are still in control. As you can see with these little wicks up here, all right, these are bears. They're located right there, all right. So based off of the reaction and how we open, we could see a breach of 35, maybe even 34.50. Because whenever there's earnings, the candles tend to get really, really, really big, all right, providing a lot of opportunities for day traders. So just be on the lookout for it. And the other banks to look out for is MS. And with MS, I don't think, like, I really want to be bearish with MS, but because of what happened 2 days ago, and I'm talking about this, all right, because of what happened 2 days ago, it seems like the move has already been priced in, and we might see an earnings, an IV crush or an earnings killer where both sides get annihilated. Calls get crushed, puts get crushed, and the stock actually goes nowhere while everything else continues to collapse. So this one is really the outlier out of all of the banks. I'm staying away from this one. Focus on, again, like I said, Bank of America has earnings, and this one might have a bigger move within a day to make some money. All right, now let's look for an updates. I told y'all yesterday that Google was done, and to watch it for a drop. Congratulations to those of y'all who are paying attention to that video. Again, if you haven't watched that video, I'm gonna pin it at the top right corner of this one. That way you can check it out. It's moving closer and closer to 150 because it did something that it's not supposed to do after showing something clean. All right, you see that big X right there? It means that the play is dead after this day occurred. When this happens, people panic, especially the bulls who are trapped up here, and this is the result. So far it's on track for a drop to 150, and I'm not changing my mind about the stock. All right, now the last one that we're going to look at, GM. And now with GM, I gave you guys this one a long time ago, and y'all made a lot of money from it. Congrats again for those of you who capitalized from 39 all the way up to 44. The drawings were on there. And now that we got down to 46, this is the video where I tell you guys to watch it for a drop down to support at like, I don't want to be super greedy and tell you all 35. So I'm just gonna say 40. Okay? I'm just gonna say 40. Watch this one for a continuation down because the stock is looking really lumpy on the daily charts. That's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to demolish the like button. As always, remember, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely click on that subscribe button. And definitely click on that notification bell. That way YouTube notifies you whenever I release these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, we can get all of this information in real time. As I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Patternology Lab and at NGumah on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.